Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, one of the things you mentioned, and the other things that were mentioned in this room, was the performance of the county of Muranga. Apparently, one of the shining lights at Homa Bay. Honorable Jeremiah Gichobe is an MCA from Murang'a County. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, sir.
How are things in Muranga?
Muranga is great.
Why are
and
you guys
I'm sure
shining?
you saw that in the devolution conference.
Tell us why. Tell Kenyans why. What are you guys doing different that's making you rank high in pretty much all the metrics that are out there? What's different?
Interestingly,
yes.
Before I even begin, Murang'a County was deliberately omitted from the speech of my brother Didmas Mukua. Mukua.
No.
You know.
He did mention
The whole country, for some reason, the whole country, including you.
Hold on.
Yeah.
On that point, do you have any grudge against Murang'a County?
No. No. Governor Irungu Kangata has done extremely well, and one would easily say that he is the yardstick for success. I mean, you would say that his work is ISO certified. Now, and I don't expect to be given red roses from MCAs and speakers because of what I've said. But so some of the speakers, sorry for eating your time, some of the speakers have said that devolution has worked and devolution has been a huge success.
Okay,
of course, it's been in some counties, but who defines success of devolution? Is it the governors who've been impeached on account of stealing Mora's tax resources? Is it governors working in cahoots with MCAs to allocate themselves public resources? Is it governors and MCAs deliberately ensuring that there is no resources for capital expenditure and everything goes to recurrent expenditure? Is it MCAs and governors who ensure that everybody employed in their local counties, everybody comes from that community? Is it governors and county assemblies who ensure that healthcare professionals are not paid on time? So how do we define success?
All right.
Those are the metrics you must look at. But for my friend from Muranga, I must say that a yardstick for success.
Excellent.
But Victor,
Honorable Gichobe.
Victor,
Honorable, just a second.
Victor, before he goes,
hold on.
When you talk about Muranga as having been successful,
Muranga hasn't spoken.
No,
allow them.
but on him,
we'll come back to
how can it be successful with the governor alone and not the MCA?
Order.
All right.
Member from Kisumu.
Honorable Speaker, I know what you normally do is order. Honorable Gichobe, can you respond to this salvo? First of all, why is Muranga doing so well?
Very well. You know, before Didmas came in, Dismas and decided to eat into my time and apologize, and I hope I'm able to do that in the second round of our contribution.
Yes, please.
You see, I wanted just on a very light note maybe to say that I suspected that his comments about Kiambu County and the Kisii County, because he accused MCAs of maybe receiving phone calls on what to say on this show. And I was wondering, now that he didn't mention Muranga, yet it was a light on top of a mountain for the whole Kenya to see, and it was omitted in his speech. And then I wanted to ask whether maybe he has received something from Kiambu and Kisii to mention them on this show.
Apparently, the matter of corruption is going round.
But
why? Why are you guys doing so well?
Murang'a County is among the counties that are doing very well.
Why?
Across the country. And it is basically because of one thing: leadership. Because there is really no perfect system in this country. There is really no perfect legal framework to ensure that there is no corruption, there is no bad governance. At the end of the day, this goes down to the leadership at the county and the national level. What have you seen
from your vantage point as an MCA in that county assembly, and having interacted with your other colleagues, honorable member from Makueni, from Kitui, from Tana River, from Kisumu, from all these different places? What would you say is the difference between how you guys do things and how the rest of the country does things?
For your information, Murang'a County has not been this way since devolution started. This story has begun changing after 2022. What has happened? Murang'a County has had a different governor. And this tells you that the leadership of the governor in charge of any county defines the kind of success that the county is going to have and the story that the county is going to have out there.
Allow me to ask you a question on
Yes.
that, please, if you may.
Yes.
Honorable Oraro mentioned something about systems and about institutions within and frameworks that need to be there to ensure that devolution keeps shooting on all cylinders. But I have a question to you. If the change in Muranga merely started after the change in leadership, are you trying to tell Kenyans that they should, if they have, they should give up any hope of any real tangible benefits of devolution if perhaps the leadership isn't there any hope
Absolutely.
for them as to institutions and frameworks
Absolutely.
that would safeguard
Absolutely.
this?
This is my point. You talked of two things
Yes,
when you
please.
were talking about the county assemblies. You talked about the competence and the capacity. Now, about the competence, this I take back to the Wanjiku, the people that elect leaders, because they're the ones that vet their leaders in terms of competence and the kind of leadership they need to represent them and need to manage their resources in terms of the governor and the president, because those are the people with executive power.
Okay.
The competence to oversight, to legislate, that is given to MCAs, senators, and the MPs. It is Wanjiku who does that. So we can agree in terms of competence, it is not up to us. It is up to the voter.